There are hundreds of SaaS companies that are selling reporting solutions to agencies and businesses, but you really don't need any of those. What you need is some time and some tool and some space to walk around. In this video, I'm going to show you how I saved $2,000 on reporting. It is more, but I'm saying you just $2,000 because that's something you'll be able to relate to. All right, let's get in and see what do I have. This is website performance report. I have been working on this for a while. Uh, the reason why this came in the picture because in olden time, SEO people have to do all this reporting through PPT. It was taking a lot of time, and also the data was not live. We tried exploring some options on SaaS market, and we found out that the subscription is quite expensive. Although we were considering to go with the subscription, but later I came in and I actually pitched this idea, and I came up with a template. So this is version 1.3. That means that we have revised this version quite several times, and we are trying to improve it in as less number of pages possible, simply because the more number of pages you have, the more questions client will be having. So we are trying to keep it minimal. I will walk you through this. So this is of course the main page. We can change the information here. We can add company names and whoever is reporting, of course we can do that. And then we have this report about the traffic. It also has the query, and because I had a data source limitation, I have mixed two projects in this. One is PS London, and then there is Lit Yoga. But you try to keep your focus on how it is actually helping, rather than going on the project part. So last 28 days traffic, you have this charts, which tells you about the impression and the clicks you got. Also you have the top pages, and the amount of the clicks, CTR, the keywords, the URLs, as well as impression in this form. This can be changed if you wish to. Feel free to give your feedback on what kind of options we should be looking at. You also have the top country if you are an international business who is driving traffic on an international SEO website. Then in that case, this can be quite helpful as well. Okay, apart from that, let's go and dive in this. These are the top pages by traffic. We have mentioned the bounce rate as well, and this data is live, and it is being pulled from Google Analytics. It is talking about 28 days data, and rest of the information we have here. Okay, let's go next. We have last 28 days comparison with previous 28 days comparison, and we can see how much of traffic was changing, and which pages have won, which pages have lost, and so on and so forth, right? Just very simple information. This we are talking about views. We can talk about clicks and other stuff as well. Okay, let's go and let's talk about top cities. Now, if you are an international business, this is good for you to know that where your customer is from. You have the world view right here. You can take your decisions. You can understand where people are coming from, and maybe you can also discover which new country is actually driving a lot of traffic, and you can focus on that market as well. This can be zoomed in to whichever country you want to, or whichever state you want to. You just need to have just a little bit of patience, and you can zoom in. You can have a look what is happening, which state people are visiting from, which city people are visiting from. You can zoom in and to a very micro level, and you can find out more information about it. Based on this, you can make decisions to do advertising as well. For example, if you are doing any kind of Facebook advertising or Google My Business advertising, this information can be quite interesting to you, and based on this you can do some newer market research as well. So this is basically the world view. I should definitely change this title. It says top cities. It really depends where you are looking at. It can be correct as well if you are zooming in, and it can be correct. It should basically say world map, and with city level granularity. All right, let's move on. Now we have top cities in the table. So here we had top cities as maps. So we can say world map, and then we should say top cities here. This could be quite accurate. So we got New York, Aspen, and we have so many states here. This can be interesting again for targeting leads through Facebook or any kind of local advertising or offline advertising as well. And this is something like they should take care of. This combined with their conversion rate can actually be magical as a data point of view to target and do further advertising. All right, let's go next. Uh, the keywords. What kind of keywords we are looking to target? Now, right now you can see that we have lit, which is one of the popular keyword for lit yoga. Lit was popular, just as a terminology among Gen Z and many other people, and this website has been getting traction with that, although it is not intentional that everyone who is visiting is going to visit lit yoga, but because there are not so many brands with lit yoga is ranking because it has very good authority and content. All right, apart from that we have query equals feature here, where you'll be able to feature and filter specific type of keyword. For this there is a formula, and I'll be adding a link here. This uses regex, and you will be able to filter it, and you can also change the option. For example, let's say we have here let's filter the keywords that are just yoga, right? So keywords that are having yoga have been filtered here, and it is really helpful. Whatever you want to, you'll be able to do it from here, and it makes sense to have it this way, because even clients will be able to use directly, and they will be able to source directly from here, and they can take it further. Very interesting. This was not being sent to client in older reports, and the reason why this is interesting, because this tells you who are your end customers who are actually visiting. This also separates out people who are trying to visit the website for education and the people who are trying to visit for actually experiencing this product and service that are being sold to the end client, right? So you can see that 25 to 34 people are way more, and 18 to 24 people are way more than people who are 55 to 64. That means that your target group is 24 to 34, and this is who is searching online. So if you want to create any kind of ad campaign, this is what you should be targeting. If you are on less budget, or if you have limited budget and you want to target specific city, considering this, all the data that has been given here, you'll be able to do very accurate targeting, because these are the people that are interested. Now, the next information is also quite interesting. We generally assume that there are a lot of iPhone users. Yes, there are a lot of iPhone users, and many cases Google Analytics may not detect which kind of device is it. A simple reason for that is privacy. Apple, after their iOS 14 release, they started censoring a lot of data. They were not giving uh, the user agent code and other information to analytics providers, and that's the reason why you are able to see that it is not set. uh, Apart from that, you can see that there are a lot of Samsung users that are visiting the website, but this is clearly iPhone user, and this business is targeting USA, so it is very uh, high probability that these are iPhone users, and you can by default define it. Now, why don't we edit it? Well, we can't edit it right now because this is being pulled from live analytics API, and this will be this way for for rest of it. We have to understand this wrong data points, and we'll have to take decisions, and we'll have to basically understand that these are iPhone users. Okay, now we have global visitor analytics, something that we already talked about here. I will just copy this title over here. So I definitely found a couple of changes right while giving a demo to you. And apart from that, you have ARPU and ARPPU and DAU, MAU, DAO, WOW, daily active users, monthly active users, and all other general information has been given. And this is related to average revenue per user and other information over here. So what you have, this is this basically tells you on your overall ROI, like return on investment. What are you getting? What is your average conversion? What is the average revenue per user, and so on and so forth. So it is kind of a wholesome report on what your business and what your web is going towards. We can also add a lot of information in this which can be meaningful to them, but I have tried to keep it minimal because these are the core services we offer, and it is just not a typical report but rather a live report and a very interesting and informative report which the end business can take decision to run other kind of advertising and take decision on what kind of decisions will make them more profit. Okay. All right, so we are right now on one of the top leading agency reporting company, which is called Agency Analytics. It's a SaaS company. That means that you need to pay every month if you subscribe to their products. What it gives you is it gives you integration to your Google Search Console, Salesforce, Google My Business, Instagram, and Impressions, which is like again Google Search Console, right? So the point here is that we are talking about SEO. We really don't need Instagram. We really don't need leads from Salesforce. In some cases we do. So anyway, we'll have a look. The point is that all of this you can create actually in Google Looker Studio or Google Data Studio, and you can actually copy it again and again and connect the data websites, and then you can just send the reporting. You can schedule the reporting automatically. You can of course place your logo because it's a custom tool, so you don't need this. And it is actually costing quite well, for basic basic things. You really don't need this. Imagine paying 179 and then again paying $15 for additional client and 349. And when I was looking at our client base, and it was growing actually more than $2,000 per month for this. And you already know that SEO actually is a commodity in the industry which doesn't pay you so much. It doesn't pay you so much. They pay you less. You are always questioned because it takes time, and CMO doesn't approve it properly. So considering all the factors, you need simple and faster tools where you invest one time and you actually get the output. So the better option is that you go for Google Looker Studio, and you can integrate all type of data. Of course, you have Google Analytics, search ads, Google Sheet, BigQuery, like way more integrations, right? You also if you have any data in MySQL or Postgres SQL, you can pull from there as well, and you can pull from YouTube and all other places. In case you want to have something like Salesforce, let's say Salesforce, you have third party integrations available, so you can actually use some of these will be limited by maybe free trial or maybe some limit, but the point is that you have it as a small medium business, and you have overall you have 1130 connectors, which this company doesn't have those many connectors, right? This company doesn't have those many connectors. So Google has made it free because Google wants to have data about your business, and they make it free, and they maintain it, and you want to have access because you want to save money. So it works out both the ways, and that is how it is generally used. Yes, you are negotiating on your data. So does Google. Google is also spending a lot of millions on building this tool. So yeah, I hope that this was interesting to you. I wanted to showcase you that how you will be able to do reporting for free, and all the features like scheduling, putting your logo, and so on and so forth is part of it. All right, I hope that you enjoyed it, and back to the video. If you want to access this template, simply comment free SEO report template, and give me a little bit context about your business, and I will send you this. All right, see you in the next one.